Alright, y'all, back with another beautiful caddy. We got a 1964 Cadillac Deville. As you see, it's a convertible. Beautiful color. We'll take you all around it, get her on the test drive and stuff. Getting into it, like I said, beautiful 64. It's I'm pretty sure it's beacon blue or iridescent, something like that. Beacon blue though. Beautiful color. I think, you know, when I think about Cadillacs, this is like one of those colors I think about, like from the 50s to 60s, all them like pastels, the light blues, the greens, turquoise. But either way, beautiful car. I'm gonna have to get this paint probably like a 9.5, and you'll see as we really get into it. No crazy swirls, scratches, anything like that. It's just beautiful. We decided to keep it on the OG white walls. The chrome looks beautiful on the car. As we move down, you'll see all the strips down the side perfectly intact, and all the chrome around the windows and windshield. Of course, skirts are solid. Looking down the right side, that quarter panel looks beautiful. I didn't see any waves or any dents to point out as we move. Trunk looks great. And this gives you a really good view because, again, this is directly under the lights, so you can see, again, no crazy swirls or scratches. Like I said, I'm definitely leaning towards a 9.5 on the painting body. Rear bumper looks great. No signs of rust or pitting, and no dents there. Trunk looks properly aligned. I didn't see any paint chipping or anything. As you look down the driver's side, again, nothing to point out there. Front windshield, beautiful. No cracks, no spider webs, and all the chrome around there, beautiful as well. Front fender, again, no deep scratches, nothing to point out there in the paint or body. As we move around the hood, again, looks properly aligned. I didn't see any corners catching when we opened the hood. And you got this big, beautiful bumper. Again, chrome is solid, no rusting, no flaking, and no dents to point out at all. Let me see if I can get this open without having to. Here we go. Clean under the hood, power brakes, power steering. Was not a factory AC vehicle. Basically all stock underneath, super clean. Make sure I shut that for the test drive. Let's see. Nope. Trunk is nice and clean, carpeted, no issues here. You'll see once we pull up the once we get it on the rack, floors are nice and solid. Cool thing about this car, it had a recent restoration sometime in the last 10-15 years, and all the documentation is in here for that as well. There's a DVD there. I know some of y'all haven't seen the DVD in a while, but it highlights, it's got pictures of everything that's been restored. It had a new top, whole bunch of mechanical stuff, brakes, wipers, just a bunch of stuff. And like I said, I'm not gonna go through all of it, but you got a full paper list of everything there, so that's kind of cool. And then we got what's the names, maintenance records and things like that, so you can tell this car was supremely babied and taken care of to the max. So that's always a benefit for sure. Checking out the interior, you got a nice baby blue color to coincide with the exterior. Seat looks beautiful, no rips or tears. Of course, we got power windows. Passenger door. Nothing peeling, no warping. Again, chrome looks beautiful. I can tell this was one of those things that was probably replaced during the restoration, or at least restored somehow, because it's got like a mirror finish on it. And most of those, that's one of the first areas that kind of start pitting. Dash is great. We have no cracks, no like raising up or warping or anything. And here's our passenger seat. Again, no rips, no tears. Carpet is good. It's got a little bit of discoloration, but to be honest, that's expected. 60 years of sunlight will do that. So no big major issues there, but as always, we do point out what we can. Driver side, again, beautiful door panel. Your jambs are nice and solid. And driver seat, again, no rips or anything there to point out. Beautiful dash. So stay tuned, we're gonna get started in the 6.4. Fires right up. Left turn signal, you can see it up there on the hood. Right turn signal as well. Horn is good. Non-AC car. Just checking to see if I don't feel any blower, anything out the blower. I know the lights work. I checked those already. You can't see them in the sun. Radio is good. Windows are good, and you'll see the top later on in the video. Right now it reads half a tank of gas. You know how that goes. Sometimes it can be accurate, sometimes it's not. Car sounds great for sure. I know sometimes people like their Caddies to be a little bit quieter, but I think for this era, I think she sounds great personally. So wait for this truck to go by. Beautiful day. They had the top down as well. It's about 85 out already right now. So mileage reads 37,834. No lights on the dash as of right now. Surprisingly, the steering feels kind of good. And I say that because like whenever I drive these early 60s cars with these big 15-inch steering wheels, man, I always feel like I'm just like, you know, constantly moving to keep her centered. But this one kind of felt a little bit tight. Let's see. Wait till we get by these trucks. I got my hands off the steering wheel right now, and she's tracking straight. A little tiny bit to the left, but that could be the crown in the road as well. But no pulling by any means at all. Speedometer did come up, doing about 25, 30. No crazy sounds from the belt, exhaust, windows not shaking or anything like that. Drum brakes all the way around. They feel good, you know, they feel like drums, so I'm not gonna sit here and say they're amazing by any means at all, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. We'll go ahead and get on it a little bit. Shifts are smooth. No issues right there with the trans that I can feel. And again, motor feels nice and responsive. Doing about 40 now. So nice and sturdy. Suspension doesn't feel bad at all. Obviously, again, there's been a light restoration done. I know shocks was on there, so I'm not bouncing all over the place. Steering feels what I expect for this era of cars. Again, you know, gonna be a little bit loose so that it's a little on the softer side, but no issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back and get her on the rack so you guys can see underneath, but so far definitely a good job. So we got a 64 up on the rack. Again, this rear bumper looks great. I didn't see any dents or scratches, anything that needed to be pointed out. Just came off the test drive, no leaks from the gas tank. It's got a custom exhaust, so you'll you know, that's why obviously it had a little growl in the video. I personally like it. I know sometimes people think Cadillac should be a little bit quieter, but I think it's kind of cool. And you know, for a 64, I think that's probably on par. Shocks have been replaced. Everything else looks stock back here, except for the exhaust, obviously. Frame appears to be pretty straight as we move down. Hands are nice and solid. You can tell that at some point in time they have been replaced. And the reason that I can tell, there is a new pan here, but the old one is still on the outside. So you know, back in the day, depending on, you know, weld skills and things like that, people would replace pans from the inside of the car and then just do it that way. So again, floors are solid. It's just that it's the new one sitting on top of the old one. So coming down the driver's side, again, frame is nice and straight. And here's another example of that pan. Trying to stay away from the exhaust, but again, you see that it's flaking, but the new pan is inside. So the floor is solid. It's just got the old that they didn't cut away. And sometimes people just didn't do that, you know, because it can look a little bit ugly underneath if not seen properly. So, but again, moving through, frame is nice and straight. We got that X frame, as I like to call it. No signs of any leak from the oil or trans pan. Let's see. No, I'm gonna check this power steering. I think it's water. It's gotta be water. I gotta see where this is coming from. Maybe I drove through something, but feels like water and looks like dirty water. So I'll double check that. But no signs of leaking from the power steering or, like I said, from anywhere else. Everything appears to be stock up under here. And front bumper, again, no dents, no rust. Looks pretty solid. Coming down the passenger side, again, we kept the OG white walls. Tread looks great. As we see the body, nice and clean underneath, straight. I didn't see any bubbling. Paint still looks beautiful as we move all the way along. And then come down over here on this driver's side. Again, body looks beautiful underneath. There was nothing for me to point out. Let's fire it up so I can go ahead and lift the top up. Always get asked too, like, why do I start the car? Moving the top up and down does take a lot of juice, so sometimes it can drain the battery. Normally you'll be good for like 1 or 2 times, but you just never know. So to be safe, I'd rather just start the car and make sure I'm not draining the battery. So like I said, top is in beautiful condition, plastic back. You can tell that it's been replaced. Everything looks beautiful on it. Matches the interior of the car. No rips, no discoloration, no stains, no nothing. Beautiful top. So if you guys are interested in this 64, make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museum on the website and Instagram. As always, appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below.